Happy Youth Week. A prayer to Puting Kahoy SDA Church. It has been a privilege for me to be a part of this ministry of this week of prayer that you are doing today in that particular church, in our church. Regardless of the pandemic that we had today, we still give glory and honor that you continue to give this kind of initiative, continue to give this kind of program to our youth in order to uplift our youth as well as to the members of our church as well as to our viewers and listeners in this week of prayer for our youth in Puting Kahoy. Today, I would like to share to you the reflection of prayer in the story of Matthew chapter 8 verse 5 and 13, and of course another text we can find that in Luke chapter 1 verse 1 to 17. It is all about the story of the Roman centurion. When we look into the story, when it comes to reflecting the story of between the encounter of Jesus Christ with this centurion, with this Roman centurion, according to the story, friends, because of this great faith of this man, of this authority man, the centurion, he has that amazing faith. He has that great faith, that such a faith that we never encounter in the story of the Bible. When the time that he asked Jesus that his servant, the centurion's servant, that he was paralyzed for a long time and he was sick. And of course, Jesus said to him, "Let's go to your house," but the centurion refused about the offer of Jesus. But he has that humbleness. He has that recognition in his life that he is not worthy to bring Jesus under his roof. In our prayers, friends, our youth in Puting Kahoy, let us consider, let us reflect that in our prayer, just like the prayer of the centurion, he recognized his nothingness. He recognized his humbleness. He recognized that at the feet of the cross, he is nothing. But because of this recognition that he humbled himself, he has that great faith that Jesus considered it and offered it. That's why Jesus told the centurion, "Go, and your servant will be healed." In our situation nowadays, friends, to our youth in Puting Kahoy, it is still relevant for you and me. It is relevant for all of us. If we have that kind of prayer, what the centurion did, then same thing will happen to us in our week of youth prayer this week. It can happen to you. It can happen to me. It can happen to all of us if we have this kind of great faith, humbleness, recognition, everything that he had. So as we continue in our youth of prayer this week, friends, as we continue to claim the promises of Jesus in the Bible, as well as the promise of this story in the book of Matthew chapter 8 verse 5 to 13, as well as in Luke 7 1 to 17, as we come into reflecting about this story in application to our prayers, we should remember that we will continue to restore our faithfulness, our faith with our Redeemer. Remember, young people, in our church today, as well as in our youth of week of prayer, remember your theme this week: embrace from worthless to worthy. We should remember, we should continue to embrace that we are worthless. especially in this pandemic, especially in this time of crisis. We are worthless without Jesus in our lives. We are worthless without surrendering everything to Jesus. We are worthless without Jesus. But remember, with Jesus, we become worthy. Worthy because God answers all our prayers. Worthy because He is there for us. As long as we have that kind of faith, the faith of the centurion man, the faith of the Roman centurion, that great faith that we also needed in our lives, in our situation today. May the Lord will bless all of you. May the Lord will bless all of us, especially the youth in Putingkahoy Church as you continue your week of prayer this week. May the Lord will sustain you with His amazing grace. May the Lord will continue to help you to grow closer walk with Him, walk with Him. And by doing so, we can be a blessing to our family. We can be a blessing to our neighbors. We can be a blessing to God's ministry as we continue serving Him through virtual, serving Him face-to-face with other people in our neighbors. And by doing so, we can prepare people for the coming of the Lord as well as preparing ourselves for His soon return. May the Lord will bless us. Well, the Lord will bless you as you continue to embrace from worthless to worthy. May the Lord bless us all.